Good morning, everybody. It is September the 18th, 2015, and it's post-FOMC rate announcement day. Imagine that. So we've gone through a lot. One of the things that happens, and you just see it, this W and X period that come in right before the day session opens, quite often that's the high or the low for treasuries. And it's that somebody's willing to sell it up here, and given the liquidity problems that you have in the overnight session, and so this 128 area up here could be pretty good resistance. And so the trade is really failure to get through and take out and hold 128 even. And I think a lot of that is going to be determined by the direction of the E-mini. The E-mini's down overnight, treasuries are up. And that's likely to hold true today. If the selling continues in the E-mini, this market can rally. So when we look at the split, the correct split is you go to the longest line of letters. It was trying to trade higher, came back and retested. This 19 to 20 area is pretty good support. Then the last rotate down was 22, and we're at 25.5 right now. They did take it above 28, and so we have a high of 29.5 and then 29. So resistance really starts at 29. Then if we get through 128 even, this high volume area up here at 8 to 10 is probably pretty good resistance. So we're going to put a question mark by 29. I think there's enough selling in the E-mini that'll take us a little bit higher. And our first sell is going to be 31 to 03. May take 29s to get in, 28s, 29s. And then 7 to 11, picking up this high volume area up here. So we got a low volume number at 3.5. We've got this high volume area up here at 8 to 11. And that's the areas that we're be pretty interested in look at selling. We're headed back down to test support, so can we get through 22? Don't know, so 23 to 19 will pick up this area right in here. And how do you pick out your price points, Charlie? I got an S here, I've got an R there, I've got the breakout, an M period, I've got the retest of the high volume number in the overnight session. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 data points right here. I got 21 in the middle, 5. So a lot of stuff comes together in this 19 to 22 area, and we're just going to lean against it. That's going to be buy 1, and then buy 2 will be overnight session low was 14, so we'll make it 11 to 15 for buy 2. And we'll see what happens. LEI is the only news that we have today that will impact our trading. It's up 0.2%. Because the interest rate component is a major part of the LEI, it hasn't been paid attention to since 2009. Now, what they'd like to see is the LEI getting bigger, leading economic indicators, that maybe growth is just around the corner. But I think that's going to be pretty hard to get. And you know, you really do have to kind of feel for the Fed and whoever is running it because of our current industrial and tax policy. Every time the Fed tries to do something to shore something up through new regulations or taxes or something, they just knock the Fed right on its rear, its collective rear. And it's all central bank. You know, we think we have it bad here. Poor Draghi, and I'm not in these guys and gals corners, has it even worse with all the rules and regulations that the EU has. Everything has to have a number and has to be specified in the EU. Okay, 54.30. We didn't get through 155. Top of values up here, so 27 to 31. That's sell 1. Then we've got this high over here at 16. We'll make 11 to 15, sell 2. On the buy side, we've got a high volume number down here at 10, so 9 to 13 buy 1. And then buy 2, we got this Q low at 03. We got a P low at 31, so 31 to 03 will be buy 2. And I think everything probably hinges today on what the E-mini does. Taking a look at gold, we were hoping to buy 25s, 27s. You can see the low's 27 last night as we came in. Got the London low at 27.50, and the market's traded up and out, and London's driving the trading. So just fold that into that. And we had identified on the F1 at that 37 area. Then it really jumps up to 45 to 47. We get through and take out 37. So this little area, this high volume number at 37 pulled us up. 39, so 38 to 40, sell 1. And 45, 47, sell 2. On the buy side, 32 to 30, 25, 27. Euro did okay overnight. The rearrangement, resorting of the markets is still going on. And 1475 held. We're at 46, so 65 to 75 will be sell 1. And then 115 plus or minus sell 2. On the buy side, we have the London low at 12, so 15 to 25 will be buy 1. Then 90 to 1400 will be buy 2. And the one bright spot for Europe is Germany's exports, and Draghi sure as hell doesn't like to see the prices this high. Nor do the ministers in Brussels. Looking at crude. We liked selling against 48, didn't get there in the overnight. Though 47.75, 48 was not possible. We had a close late yesterday at 47.19. So here we are at 46.59, 47, 47 and a quarter, sell 1, 47.50, 75, sell 2. On the buy side, we have this breakout from 46, so 46, 46 and a quarter, buy 1. Then 45, 50, 75, buy 2. To the E-mini. Okay, looking at puts and calls in the overnight. session. The big call play yesterday were 2,000. The puts were 1950. So that gives us a mathematical close of 1975. If we close the market at or below 1950, the market makers make the most money. So I think that's our trading target, and I think we got a pretty fair chance of closing it below 50. Now 50 holds as support, and it is a round number. Then getting back into the 75 area, we've got volume basically at 70 to 80 up in here. That seems like a pretty good shot. So our sell 1 is going to be 65 to 70, then 75 to 80 for sell 2. Getting stops below 50, 45 to 50 by 1, and then our 35 to 40 area will be by 2. LEI plus 2/10. Nobody pays any attention to it, even when it's the only piece of news. And then Baker Hughes. North American rig count is 1,033. And they took, I think they lost 2 or 3 rigs out of the Gulf. And so that's where we have it. I think option expiration, futures expiration today will be the determinant. I like the sell side. Get down and check out support at 1950, a round number. Would like to do it in this area. I haven't come back up and test those single prints, but the last rotate up stopped at 64. So we may not have a shot at our 65. So we'll put a question mark up here in this 63 area. But a close at 1950 makes the market makers the most money. So stops below 50, I think, is the play. And I'll be back with you as soon as possible.